Sandusky Bay Conference opener, and wow, what a game we've got in store tonight. The Magaretta Polar Bears and the Perkins Pirates opening conference style, or opening conference play-in style with a tremendous basketball game. Kind of up and down, wide open action, and a game that literally came down to the final shot of the night. You get a look at the coaches involved. Coaches Stauffer and Incrovaya on the left for Magaretta, and Coach McVeigh of Perkins on the right. And into the Perkins stands we go as we take a look at these two ball clubs getting set to meet, where Perkins actually has controlled the series in the last 4 meetings. Tell you what, the rumble section was honestly in high gear for this game. Boots are made for kicking something. I don't know. Perkins has beaten Magaretta in 4 straight meetings, having swept the season set last year. It was a double overtime affair here at the Plank, 72-67, and at the Bear Lair in Castalia, Perkins was a 67-63 winners. They had a couple good ones last year, and this year would start, much the same type of way. Both teams coming in early in the season, having won everything they've played so far. Magaretta having played just the 1 game at Western Reserve, and Perkins having swept their opening weekend. Games over Norwalk and Bellevue. To my recollection anyway, the first time that a Perkins basketball team has ever won at Bellevue in 15 tries. Mac is a true follower of the Bears. The Bear goes, the Mac goes. Little familiar face in the Plank, Jim Stauffer, former head football coach at Perkins, and of course now the dad of the Magaretta head coach, John Stauffer. Nice do. There's something just a little bit loopy about this crowd tonight on both sides of the gym. They are cranked, pumped, and ready to go.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare that on bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Tonight's game brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury and by Toughman Equipment and Supply, Route 20 East in Norwalk with the Hustle Award. Firelands Regional Medical Center has tonight's player of the game. And the money shot is brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company. Parshall Rice Center has the fan favorite, the fan of the week. And High Miler has tonight's play of the game, and it is quite the play, as you'll see. Ehovie Career Center has tonight's assist of the game. And tonight's pregame is brought to you by Buckeye Cable System. And the Cameo Fan Cam coming up shortly.
Do you know over 64 million Americans have one or more types of cardiovascular disease? Did you know cardiac catheterizations have increased 332% in the past 20 years? Did you know coronary artery bypass surgery is one of the most common operations now performed in the U.S.? We know. In fact, we're experts at all things heart-related. Our heart is in the right place, right here in Sandusky. Firelands, we know hearts.
The community at Parkview offers skilled and intermediate nursing care and retirement living in absolutely beautiful surroundings and state-of-the-art facilities. Please visit the community at Parkview and see for yourself. The community at Parkview, 3800 Parkview Boulevard.
Unfortunately, injuries do happen, and you should consult the most qualified rehabilitation team to treat your painful condition. Rehabilitation centers are not the same. Advanced Health is the only local physical therapy clinic offering doctors of physical therapy on staff. In addition, most of our athletic trainers and physical therapists have specialized training.
Advanced Health, our strength is quality.
Away we go with the first quarter tip in the air, and we will get a look at the Perkins offense first in this basketball game. It's underway from the plank, and a great contest in store for you as well from the corner. Kyle Hallock just off the mark, and Magaretta is going to have a chance to draw first blood. Got the rumble section ticked early. Put him in the right frame of mind for this one. Magaretta has a ball club this year that loves to attack the basket. They love to run, and you get a look at Matt Zoll right off the bat, exploding baseline all the way up to the hole, and Magaretta jumps out to a 2-0 lead. It's one of the elementaries of basketball. If you get the baseline, take it. It's the quickest way to the hole. Jared Cromer has that ball to rattle the room a couple of times, but it just won't go down. Cromer off to a great start, a 6'3" senior, one of the leaders of the Bears, along with Matt Zoll. Devin Matthews drives the paint to tie the ball game at 2. Minute and 15 seconds in, we're going to take a look at the good quick moves of Matthews through the defense up to the hole. And there's the first 2 of the night for the Pirates. Three-point bomb from sophomore Evan Kurt. Magaretta is a nice blend of seasoned veterans and youngsters as well. Kurt, one of the 2 sophomore starters for Magaretta. Kyle Galindo, the other, wearing number 22. Both these teams take on the same kind of demeanor when it comes to playing this ball game. They both love to run, get it up the floor quickly, place some pressure on defense. Evan Kurt. The only thing really held him back in this game were some of the foul problems he had early. Scott McVeigh, the head coach of the Perkins Pirates. You know, when you look at this ball club, not only on their varsity level as Kurt scores again to make it 7-2, but all the way through, Perkins has gotten to the point they're really on a positive roll with this basketball program. They are deep and steeped in talent. Kyle Hallock scoring for the Pirates, and it's a 7-4 Magaretta lead. Going to take another look again right here at Kyle Hallock on the spin move into the paint, up to the hole, and his first 2 of the ball game. Both the varsity and Perkins JV squads off to 3-0 starts this year. And all the way down in the junior high programs, there are good classes coming for these Pirates. So they should be up on top of this league or battling for the top spot for several years to come. Defense turns into offense right here with Jared Cromer trying to feed it down low. Actually, it's Evan Kurt that spots it up for a 9-4 Magaretta lead. Justin Caudill, just at the very beginning of what's going to turn out to be a great night for him as well, gets the Pirates right back to within 3. So a 9-6 ball game halfway through the first quarter. As the Pirates step to the free throw line with Josh Lau. He'll hit 1 out of 2. And then get answered right back by another basket by Evan Kurt. The sophomore up to a quick start in this one. An 11-7 Magaretta lead. Jared Cromer scoring for Magaretta, and we're going to take another look right here for Matthews Ford as he makes a nice post-up move and attacking the basket. Matt Zoll is going to be a 4-year letter winner in basketball. Another look here once again at Matt Zoll playing the assist role this time for Jared Cromer. Well, wide open first quarter of play. Van Doster scoring for Perkins, but just over 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. A 15-11 Magaretta lead. Talking about Matt Zoll being a 4-year letter winner in basketball, you could say the same about baseball and football. And boy, when you play all the major sports and you talk about 4 letters in each one of them, that's some kind of career. Jared Cromer. Just great touch on the basketball. 17-11, Magaretta by 6 right here. Coming down into the final minute and a half of the first quarter of play. Three ball from the left side by Kyle Hallock. 17-14, and Matt Zoll's going to come right back and drill his own at the other end. It's back up to 6 points again at 20-14. Magaretta becomes a hard club to defend because of their slashing of the basket, yet they'll knock those things down from outside as well. Zoll once again increasing the Magaretta lead to 5. And the Polar Bear defense going to work. Another got a great feed from Zoll into Cromer for a couple more. A great assist for Zoll. One last long distance shot at the basket misses the mark, but about a first quarter with 41 points scored between the two teams, 24-17 in favor of Magaretta at the end of the first quarter of play. Second 8 minutes of basketball getting ready to go from the plank. It's Perkins and Magaretta. You're watching TW Teleproductions Game of the Week.
Tonight's patron sponsors include the UPS Store, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Asher Brothers Auto Pride, Periodical Publishers Service Bureau Incorporated, Coach's Sports Corner, Cliff's Carryout, Danny Boys, the Commons of Providence, and Providence Care Center. Tonight's game also brought to you by the United Way of Erie County, funding 24 local partner agencies serving Erie County. The United Way. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken across from the Sandusky Mall. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Tonight's telecast sponsored by Salmon Run Restaurant, located in Sawmill Creek. Salmon Run. Barnes Nursery and Garden Center, Cleveland Road in Huron. It's Barnes Nursery.
What makes Max and Irma's different than everyone else in town? It's how we prepare our food. We do it all from scratch, and we do it right the first time around. Come on in and check it out for yourself. You'll enjoy it.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends here at Chet and Matt's Pizza. Good luck to all area teams.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Foster Chevrolet Cadillac. Good luck to all the area teams.
Janata and Herder's motto is, our reputation is building. Area athletic teams have a reputation for competitive excellence as well. Keep up the good work, and good luck in season 06 and 07.
We thank these Game of the Week advertisers. They include Groff Funeral Homes, caring for our community since 1902. Groff. Window Incorporated, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, 625-1037. Window. Marconi's Restaurant, by far the area's best Italian dining. Cleveland Road in Huron. It's Marconi's. Miley Dentistry, 1323 Hall Road, 627-8172. Miley. Dr. Steve Miley.
Second quarter getting ready to go from the plank, and right off the bat, Jared Cromer scores first to make it a 9-point Magaretta lead. And the Bears would have several 9 points lead in the second quarter. We're settling for a 5-point lead at the break. But if nothing else, what this basketball team is, or this basketball game is telling us, is that this league this year is going to be very, very balanced and very, very good at the top half. Perkins is the consensus favorite in both the media balloting and the coaches balloting. So you know they'll be there all year long. This is a big one for them to survive in the home opener. Magaretta was basically picked fourth. But after watching them in this game, they might be able to even climb up above that spot depending on the way things break this year. There are several other clubs that would definitely have something to say about that, including Port Clinton, St. Mary Central Catholic, both in that same area, being rated as the top 4 teams in the league this year. Some key games early in the season as well, which will really start putting a little, focus on which direction this league is going to go. Of course, none of them are must games this early in the year, but these games right now count just as much as the ones later in the year do. You don't want to give up any gimmies here. We've got free throws from Justin Caudill, making it a 5-point ball game at 26-21. Not really what you would call a tremendous amount of size on either one of these ball clubs, but they certainly can hold their own when it comes to post play. Of course, a lot of that is done with straight out fundamentals anyway. Kyle Galindo with his first two of the ball game, a 28-21 Magaretta lead. By Justin Caudill, there's almost nothing this young man did wrong in this basketball game. He hit every shot that he took from the floor, never missed a one of them. And when you look at his final numbers on the ball game, Caudill ended up with 10 field goals, so 10 for 10 from the floor. Then he only hit 8 out of 9 at the free throw line and had an outstanding night with 28 points altogether. And he's another young man who can do it inside or outside. Makes no difference. He'll just get it done wherever it needs to get done, including passing the ball. Although Sullivan just had that ball roll off the rim on him. Josh Lau driving, dishing, and getting the two for Dan Doster. 29-25 in favor of the Polar Bears. Three-second violation. And John Stopper saying, "You been watching this other end down here too?" Frankly, I don't think so, sir. Jared Patton on the misfire and Sean Zoll on the defensive boards for the Bears. This was just fabulous. You're sitting right up at the other end of the floor when they had that cheer going, and whoever was leading that cheer, I think, was done talking for about the next 3 weeks. But boy, everybody responded. It's even a better look in that end of the floor camera angle. Zoll drilling another three, and Magaretta builds their lead back up to its biggest margin of 9 points. Key for the Pirates to answer it right back again, and they'll do it in the form of a couple of free throws from Justin Caudill right here, and it's a 34-27 Magaretta lead. Asked Scott McVeigh after the game for Perkins if they even have a zone defense in their arsenal, and they do have one. He hates to play zone. Sometimes when you get foul trouble or you get a team that's slashing to the basket like Magaretta is on that penetration, you go to a zone to try and slow it down a little bit, but Scott preaches the fundamentals of a man-to-man defense, and I honestly believe there's something to that. Kyle Halleck at the line for Perkins. He'll get 1 out of 2 to make it a 6-point ball game at 34-28. You notice here in the second period that John Stoffer elected to hold Evan Kurt out of the ball game. Picked up a couple of fouls in the first quarter. Didn't want him to get any more. They had a 9-point lead in this quarter, so he bought a lot of time with him on the bench. Fans responding on just about every call here tonight. And yeah, I'll tell you what, there's a block right there, but this ball game featured I don't know how many offensive charges. More than I can recall in any one ball game before, especially in the second half. Seemed like we're just one after another. And it says something, too, about kids playing defense, not afraid to give up their bodies to get a stop. Justin Caudill, 37-30. Tough shot right there for Zoll. Justin Caudill scoring again for the Pirates, getting him a little bit closer before halftime rolls around. Sports Radio Sandusky, WLEC, with a big weekend coming up. Basketball games on Thursday night with St. Mary's Central Catholic at Magaretta. Friday night with Huron playing at St. Mary's in a girls' game. And then on Saturday night, we'll have Perkins at St. Mary's Central Catholic back to the boys again. So 3 nights of basketball in a row, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sports Radio Sandusky, WLEC at 1450 a.m. Of course, game break updates from lots of other games, filling up the night with activity on all 3 nights in a row. And there's your buzzer with the first half coming to the close. Magaretta, after outscoring Perkins in the first quarter, 24-17, stretched that lead out to 9 at several occasions in the second quarter. Perkins comes back, makes it close at halftime, 37-32. Third quarter action coming up.
Time to look at billboard art around our area, and they include Barnes Nursery, large trees, they can move them or we can move them, like the sign says. Barnes Nursery, Route 6 West in Huron. Gnomes Healthcare, Imaging Open MRI, Gnomes, 621-0858. Matthews Ford, Quick Lane, your best deal for tires, all major brands, located at Matthews Ford on Perkins Avenue. Gunlock, don't gamble with your family's comfort. That's right, heating, cooling since 1889. Gunlock. Citizens Bank has some great loans, and they are not ugly. Not at all. Rates don't have to get this ugly. Go to Citizens.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Murray & Murray, experienced trial attorneys.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Vacation Land Realty. Remember Vacation Land Realty, a household name. And good luck to all the area teams.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends at Casper Toyota Scion of Sandusky.
Family, friends, and fun for over 70 years.
Cameo Pizza, a family restaurant since 1936.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Matt. Hey, our replay is brought to you by Matthews Ford, Lincoln Mercury. Tonight's Hustle Award is awarded by Tough Man Equipment and Supply. Firelands Regional Medical Center is tonight's sponsor of the Player of the Game. Tonight's Money Shot, the Citizens Banking Company. And our Fan of the Week brought to you, as always, every week, Parshauer Eye Center on Hayes Avenue. High Miler has tonight's Play of the Game, and it's a good one. EOV has tonight's Assist of the Game, EOV Career Center. Tonight's pregame was brought to you by the Buckeye Cable System and our Cameo Fan Cam coming up at later in the game. Cameo. Tonight's game brought to you by the good folks out at J.A. Truth Packing Company. They are quality people making quality pork products. And let's not forget our good friends at Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology, 1401 Bone Creek Drive, just off of Hayes Avenue. Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology. Tonight's game also brought to you by O.E. Meyer, an employee-owned company serving the community since 1918. O.E. Meyer, Tiffin Avenue. Berardi's Family Kitchen. Taste a homemade touch at Berardi's. We'd like to thank these Game of the Week advertisers, and they include Precision Body and Frame. We do your body better is their slug line, and it's located on Venice Road. Key Bank, the future is indeed key, and that is at Key Bank, 3 locations in our area to serve you. Remax, Dale, Ellen Kaufman, and the whole gang. They are above the crowd. 627-1996. Remax. And J. Truth Packing Company, once again, they are quality people making quality pork products.
Well, let's get you going into tonight's third quarter of basketball with Perkins controlling first in the second half. And, it's interesting scenario that Scott McVeigh was telling us about after the game is that Pirates really disappointed with their first half efforts. And I don't know if you can as much say that it was them as much as it was Magaretta playing awfully well, but Perkins did turn the defensive pressure up a notch in the second half, which they needed to do, obviously, to keep this game close. Magaretta had led by 9 points on 3 occasions in the second quarter. Perkins is not a team that's going to be, you can get up on them, but they're going to be very difficult to put away with the many different weapons that they have. And really, probably the only thing they're missing is that true post player in the middle. Caudill's listed at 6'5". But they're just very athletic and very skilled, and that certainly goes an awfully long way toward making up any other deficiencies you might have. Tests, another one of those tests this year as far as making sure you protect your home court and win as many as you can away from home. But, well, you got to win those home games, and that's where it was huge for Perkins to come back and win this thing here tonight. Devin Matthews with the entry pass down low for Caudill, and you can see right here he's got post moves. Not the prototype big guy, but he does have post moves, and he can slash to the basket, shoot from outside as well. As Caudill just has lots of different weapons in the arsenal, and boy, has his game improved from one year to the next throughout his varsity career. Jared Cromer going to get a shot at the line as well, and it'll increase that Magaretta lead again to 4 at 42-38. But as you'll see, Perkins is just going to keep packing away here and packing away. There's been only one tie in this game, and that was way back at the 2-2 mark. Pull-up jumper in the paint by Josh Lau, and Perkins comes back to within 2 at 42-40. Now remember, the Pirates have never led in this game to this point. Look, Magaretta immediately looking to get that ball pushed up the floor. And Saul taking over the controls, the penetration in dish, and there's the offensive foul. And it'll just settle in because you're going to see a bunch of those here in the second half. Devin Matthews in the right place at the right time, picking up that ball that was poked away, and he finds Justin Caudill for 2 more. Now we've got our second tie of the game at 42-42 at the 4:38 mark of quarter number 3. Again, first time since the game was tied at 2 that we have a tie. And there's your first Perkins lead of the ball game. Kyle Halleck knocking down a 3. I don't know what game face looks like. Look at Kyle right there. I mean, that's what a game face is all about. You hear about people putting on, saying, put on your game face. You can see the intensity, and just look around. You've got 10 bodies out on that floor that are really getting after it. 2 of them right there, and Jared Patton and Trent Downing. So now Now it's Margaretta's turn to try and answer back. And Evan Kurt is equal to the task. They are back to within one. Magaretta now with a possession where they could possibly take the lead back again. And they'll try it again. And this time cash in with Trent Downing. Magaretta back up on top, 46-45. Now this starts a trend in the next minute and 17 seconds of 5 baskets in a row, and every basket changes the lead to the other side. Has a tendency to really kind of get this crowd on the edge of their seat. You get well into the second half and this tight of a contest going. Take another look here for Matthews Ford at Lincoln Mercury. A great slash to the basket by Cromer. Magaretta back up, 48-47. Perkins will inbound after the Magaretta foul. Not much mystery there. Justin Caudill once again, and the Pirates are back up on top, 49-48. The defense, you see people hopping all over the place, knocking that ball away. Matt Zoll makes the 5th basket in a row that changes the lead back and forth. So total in this quarter, we had 6 lead changes altogether before Kyle Halleck missed one right there. You just watch the expressions from the Rumble section coming in. You can tell how much they're enjoying this ball game as well. There's your time remaining in the 3rd quarter. Oh man, I'm telling you what, you want to talk about home court advantage. This gym is set up like none other in the SBC for that very reason. Jared Cromer standing at the free throw line. He'll hit a couple right there that will increase the Magaretta lead back up to 3 again at 52-49. There's your 3rd quarter buzzer. Perkins scoring 17 points in that 3rd period. Magaretta with 15. And it leaves it at a 3-point ball game. Magaretta 52, Perkins 49. And we've got 8 more minutes of thrilling, exciting basketball yet to go here on the Game of the Week. So stay with us for a photo finish. If you didn't see it, you'll want to. Stay with us.
Hello, Pierre Van Rapenbush. And everyone here at Pierre's Quick Print is proud to be a Game of the Week sponsor. Good luck to all the athletes.
Tonight's Game of the Week is being brought to you by Manny's Sports Tavern and Grill. Good luck to all area teams from your friends here at Manny's.
One of my favorite locations, Manny's. Hey, tonight's game brought to you by O.E. Meyer, serving the community since 1918. O.E. Meyer Company. Jim's Pizza Box, 2 locations, one in Huron, one in Milan. It's Jim's Pizza Box. And let's not forget the good folks at Foster Funeral Home and Crematory. They are located in Huron. Foster Funeral Home and Crematory. Quiznos Subs, they're across from the Sandusky Mall. Toasty, that's right. Quiznos Subs.
Time now for Parsh Hour Eye Center's Fan of the Week. Yeah. How can you top this? Watch the cheeks. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Hee, ha, ha. You're our Fan of the Week.
Let's take a look at some more billboards. Sawmill Creek Resort. They offer hotel, golf, shops, great restaurants at Sawmill Creek in Huron. Chet and Matt's Pizza, left at the first light. If you're on your car, but you're watching TV right now, they're on Strub Road. Chet and Matt's Pizza. The Sandusky Register, your paper, your news. Don't miss a single story. And they're on the web now. Nice job by the Sandusky Register. Winter Fun Snow Trails is indeed open. They are located in Mansfield. It may be warm out now, but they made a lot of snow last week, so they are open. Have fun. And Firelands College, the 360-degree BGSU Firelands.
Danny Boy's Italian Eatery wishes all of our area teams good luck this season.
Come celebrate big with pizza, pasta, ribs, and more.
Come see us at Danny Boy's.
The Schuster family is very proud to be celebrating our 40th year in the Sandusky market, and a big thanks to our community for helping us make that happen. To thank you, we have our $3.99 Magnificent 7, Monday through Friday, which you've got to ask for.
More Game of the Week advertisers. Old Town Windows, Doors, Auto Glass, and Mirrors, serving Ohio since way back in 1972. South of Kalahari on 250. Polis and Associates Architects, 1717 East Perkins Avenue, 625-0009. George Polis and the crew. Wagner Quarries, and that is Hanson Aggregates. They have Wagner Quarries and Sandusky Quarry in Groton Township. Hanson. Tonight's game brought to you by your good friends at Foster Chevrolet Cadillac. Since 1955, it's Foster, Hayes Avenue, Sandusky. The Shirt Shack, Pell's Lettering, 5003 Milan Road, 625-3567, 250. And Spear Brothers Excavating since 1975. Spear Brothers. Tonight's telecast is brought to you by, well, we have tonight's segment sponsors. Matthews Ford brings you tonight's replays. Tuffman Equipment and Supply, and in Norwalk has tonight's Hustle Award. Firelands Regional Medical Center is awarding tonight's Player of the Game. The Money Shot brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company. And Parshall Rice Center has tonight's Fan of the Week. Wild Crew at Perkins. Play of the Game sponsored by High Miler Convenience. Ehovie Career Center sponsors tonight's Assist of the Game. And the pregame was brought to you by Buckeye Cable System. And tonight's Fan of the Week is brought to you by Cameo.
Here we go with our fourth quarter of action from Perkins High School and the Plank, where Magaretta, its first crack in the fourth quarter, holding on to a 3-point lead at 52-49. Sean Zoll gets the penetration, the basket, plus a free throw to go with it. And it will increase the Magaretta lead to 6 at 55-49. But as far as the Pirates are concerned, you fall down by 6 with 7.5 to go. They're going to get something right here. You might say just what the doctor ordered. Drew Sullivan knocks down that three from the corner. And the Pirates are back to within 3, 55-52. Every one of these possessions starts to become so critical in a tight ball game in the fourth quarter. Sean Zoll with a nice little spinning jump shot in the lane for a 57-52 lead. This bears another look right here as he's got all sorts of pressure defense. Got to make his own way right here, and he finds a way to make it happen. 5-point Magaretta lead once again with 5:47 to go. The important part, though, is Perkins just keeps answering back. Even if it's at the free throw line, get her done one way or the other, and Kyle Halleck will step to the charity stripe right here for two. 57-54. Take a look around and see that crowd that's gathered, and remember back to last week's game of the week when we had the girls on. This Perkins Magaretta combination, a good one to start the season, both in girls and in boys. The box office, the entertainment value of all of it. Four-point lead right here for Magaretta, 58-54. Kyle Halleck coming up short in his attempt to change that deficit. Another of the many offensive fouls. Perkins digging in on defense right here. That's all. Jared Cromer out front. Cromer spinning into the lane. Jared Cromer all over the defensive boards for Magaretta. Key games coming up for both of these squads this week. Magaretta is back in action on Thursday night at home against St. Mary's Central Catholic. And that's also the same opponent for Perkins when they return to action on Saturday. Perkins originally had a game scheduled on Thursday at Oak Harbor, but that game got moved back because of the Rockets' football fortunes. So they'll play just Saturday this week, and the 6 other SBC teams all play on Thursday and Saturday. The girls in between this week on Friday. 2-point ball game after the Justin Caudill free throws. And another offensive foul. It's just unbelievable how many of these charging fouls we get in the second half. Nice pick by Halleck right there as we take another look. And then the charge. It almost got to the point where we expected them to be called. You can go through 3-4 games, never see as many in those games combined as what we had in this one. And Steve Poe agreed on our radio broadcast. We didn't really disagree with him. It's just strange to see that many in one game. just off the mark. But some of these baskets that aren't going down just defy description. That looked like such an easy one for Devin Matthews, and it would hang on the rim, but just wouldn't fall the right way. Yeah, there you might expect a charge, and instead you get a block. They wanted another charge. Story on the scoreboard kind of tells it all. 1 point with 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. These possessions are all going to be critical. Hey, guess what? It's an offensive foul. What a huge steal right there by Doster. With 2:05 to go, he puts the Pirates up by 1, 60-59. Pirates with a 1-point lead. Yep, guess what? Got to talk to the wardrobers. Pirates now trying to extend a 1-point lead. They've never led by more than 3 in this entire game. Every game for these Pirates may be different as far as who's going to step up and be the guy, per se. This night, it just seemed like Justin Caudill was going to be that guy for Perkins. 62-59, Perkins with a 3-point lead and less than 1 minute left to play, and a huge basket for Caudill. Now the defense trying to dig in. Matt Zoll, he's been here before. He knows what to do. And, you know, Drew Sullivan did a nice job because it's like, you know, they've been calling this all night long. Let's give it another try. The official said nope, and Zoll ties the game with a 3 the old-fashioned way. 62-62. Now we're coming right down to the climax here, folks. There's your timeout with about 30 seconds left to play. And Perkins will draw up their strategy. Obviously, wind the clock down. It's a tie. You're at home. You're going to play for the win. Get it down far enough where the other team can't get a rebound and go down and score on you. You'll want to take the final shot. If you don't make it, you go into overtime. And there's a time where this thing looked like it was headed for overtime. And here it comes. Ball poked away. And now watch Danny Doster. Bombs away. Ball game. The Rumble section is hereby emptied. And a huge celebration. And somewhere in there is the hero wearing number 12. What a finish. What a finish. There he is. You lie like a rug, coach. Never questioned you before, but I do now. Right about the volleyball line. Doster just heave-ho. a finish to the SBC opener for 2006-07. He's still lying. There it is again. Just like it was meant to be. And you couldn't help but feel for the Magaretta kids. They just looked dumbfounded, like, man, we put all this effort into it, and they played a whale of a game. These things just kind of happen sometimes. At the volleyball line is where Doster was standing. He didn't even have to call glass on that one. It's good, and the celebration begins. Wow. Be willing to bet that most of these Pirates didn't sleep a whole lot after this game. It's awful hard to wind down after something like this. He's lying to everybody he could possibly find. Here's your segment sponsors, and we've got the Hustle Award for Tough Man Equipment and Supply. And that award tonight is going to the ever hustling, never on top of things, Kyle Halleck of the Perkins Pirates. It is your Tough Man Equipment and Supply Hustle Award of the night. Tough Man Equipment on Route 20 East in Norwalk. The Money Shot up next, brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company. And Jared Cromer with two of his many on the night. What a player. What a year he's going to have for Magaretta. That's your Citizens Banking Company Money Shot of the night. Now your assist of the game coming up next for Ehovie Career Center in Milan. And tonight's assist will go to Matt Zoll. Nicely done to Jared Cromer. Matt Zoll, you need it to get done, he'll take care of it for you. That's your assist of the game for Ehovie. Now it's your Cameo Pizza Fan Cam. Wow. Through all of the mayhem, there's your picture of innocence right there on tonight's Cameo Pizza Fan Cam. Player of the game is coming up next for Firelands Regional Medical Center in Sandusky, and tonight's award is going to go to a young man who had a tremendous game. 6'5" senior Justin Caudill with 10 out of 10 from the floor, 8 out of 9 at the free throw line, 28 points. Great night for Justin Caudill. Congratulations. You're our player of the game for Firelands Regional Medical Center. Now your High Miler Convenience play of the game. Oh, get real. Just guess. Take a wild guess. Here we go. One more look at Doster from the volleyball line. It's your ball game. Those are moments you live for as a high school basketball player. Great job, Danny Doster. Great job, the Perkins Pirates with the win. And great job by the Magaretta Polar Bears. These two teams are going to win a lot of games this year. That's your High Miler Convenience play of the game.